into it with this one right here. We got Tunde, Doug with me, Mozzy. We got the whole disclaimer, especially with Tunde, from the Thug with me to Mozzy, like, and then it just being with this coming into it, like, I wasn't even thinking this would even come to it, but it did come to it. Like we just seeing this, especially for being from Mozzy, like one of the Mozzy is coming into it. Like we know how Mozzy goes. He's a menace when it comes to the whole thing. But then we got Tunde, so we got one of the two greatest things just coming into this one right here, especially with this one right here. We got the Thug with me, so you know this whole thing right here gotta be a flip to another thing. But we got with Mozzy, especially with Tunde and everything else, just really coming into this right here, hitting with this. So I'm already knowing this one right here gotta be this one's already ex- extended. Like this one's gonna be an extended one, a little version, missing everything else, but especially with Mozzy, because Mozzy being him and Tunde being him, it's like can't can't come in tune with those.
There you go. Thug with me. Shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come.
Ooh, what do you say? Titties on the flit, and he said butterflies. It's a hun diddy. It's a hun diddy. You know where it's coming from. Like especially with this, the way this is already set and everything goes too. It's already coming in from different. You got different joints coming in and everything else too. It's like you got all these things just coming in with it. But he said butterfly sitting on the wrist. But on Diddy, like come on, like especially you can't. Like I just like the way this already started. Like it's uncompetable. Like
With me. Shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come with him. Shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually
Trap with me, worker went around, that's a vac pack fitted.
ooh, he said trap with me, work around it. Hey, he said trap with me. You know it's trap with me. You know it's a work around with like like the way this is already exclusion. Like this is something exclusive. Like you just gotta keep going. Like this is something you gonna they gonna put on they gonna put on like on a replay and just go get them verses.
Trap with me, worker went around, that's a vac pack fitted. Hollywood in Lambos, that's trap packs with me. It just came up from the mountains, act that silly. £1,000 on the reload, can't chat to me. 300 P's on the plane, what you know about that? 500 landed in a week, gang got to bounce back. Really came up from the bottom, just off an ounce crack. Or hitting licks with my Eagles, with a pounce pack. Now it's both pockets fully, would have ever thought that. If you ain't made an M off drugging, you can't even talk trap. Fed said I was in that Audi shooting out a sports back. With that G19 squeezing like a sports
Thug
car.
with me. Shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come with him.
Ooh, he said titties on the AR. You know it usually come with me. Hey, you know it usually come with me, and you know what he's talking about when it comes from that. Like you got the whole thing, like this one right here. Like you got everything included with it. Like you got everything included on that little on your little poles and everything else too. So it's like you can't come with it. Like everything that's coming with it is coming with it. Like coming in force and everything else too. Like and especially the way this whole one is rolling. Like I just feel like it's something else when you got everything just in peace with it.
Shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come with him. Squeeze till ain't nothing in him. Ducked off in the hills, but we run a bitty.
Ooh, what do you say? Squeezing two nothings in them. Then we running a bitty swoosh. Like this one right here, like you got everything that's included with it. Like you got the what is that little drawing? You got a little bit of this. Like you got a little bit of everything. Like you got your demons, you got your etc. This and that.
On the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come with him. Squeeze till ain't nothing in him. Ducked off in the hills, but we run a bitty. For that 20K head, they gon' come and get him. Be honest with yourself, blood, who fucking with me 101. 50K in both pockets, that's a honey bun. Gon' come and get him. Be honest with yourself, blood, who fucking with me 101. 50K in both pockets, that's a honey bun. Forced to get it out the mud when I was bumming up. Jumping out with that cutter, we get to cutting up. Niggas ain't cut like us, they Theodorics. I wouldn't even fuck with Lil' Bruh till I seen him score. I ain't looking for no girlfriend, baby, I need a whore. Don't worry about the gleek on the table if it ain't yours. On FaceTime with Bruh and this celly, they up in swords. Thug with me, shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me.
Especially it coming from that, like you can't compete with someone that been doing it for years, and someone that, especially someone that, been untouchable, that has knowledge, like someone that has actually been putting in work and doing it and everything else too. Like especially when it comes to Mozzy, because Mozzy he's the most spoked on people, because it's like it's everything that comes with it, like music wise and everything else. But even not even that, like can't even put that towards him, because it's like really really like that. Like when everything comes to it, you really think about it, because everything just be it comes into etc etc.
Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come with him. Shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually.
Fuck with me, the up in sword, you can get yourself a buck fitty. Getting slashed in the faces, getting whipped in my city. Butterfly stitches won't work.
Ooh, what do you say? Getting slashed in your face, that comes in my city. Ooh. He said, getting slashed in the face, that comes in my city, because that someday they've been around for years. Like, they was the main people to even have them slashers, this and that coming. Like you see everything that's happening. That's like really what's going on. Like you hear different things, hear different stories and different like tellers and stuff.
Get yourself a buck fitty, getting slashed in the faces, getting whipped in my city. Butterfly stitches won't work. Boy, you must be silly, 5 inch cheese for the steak, but we ain't up in Philly. Slap it till it locks up. He was lacking in the whip until we popped up. We came for nothing, so we hit the strip and shot grub. HCM to C block, keep it real, so why we got love.
Thug with me, shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come with him. Shout out all my ugly bitches, they in love with me. Ice tickle gang, this the easy buck 50. Butterfly setting on the wrist, hun diddy. Titties on the AR usually come with him.
Ooh, I like this one right here. This one was hard. Like you got so much things with it too. Like this one right here was hard. I wasn't even exclusioning this one coming into it. Like I didn't even think this one would even come into it with Tunde and Mozzy. Like got one of the greatest, because they both have their own divisions, but they both come from a hard place, like where it's like you can call it dangerous, you can call it whatever you want to call it. So it's like when you got two good heartless people, it's like it's nothing to compete with it, especially with Mozzy, because Mozzy, been listening to him for a minute. He has some instability and special in music, like his music and everything else too, especially with Tunde. But this one right here, I wasn't even thinking this one would come to it like with one like this, but mainly from everything else and just Mozzy and Tunde just coming into the influence, but everything else just being into this one.